So, they said MLS was nothing without Lionel Messi. They said the All-Star Game wouldn't be worth watching if the king himself didn't step onto the pitch. But what happened next? MLS, playing without Messi, silenced the critics, shocked the audience, and delivered a fiery 3-1 win over Liga MX in a game that turned from expectation to explosion. This wasn't just a game, it was a statement. A statement that the league doesn't need to ride solely on Messi's shoulders. A statement that stars rise when legends sit. But what really happened behind the scenes? What's the controversy brewing with Inter Miami and Messi's absence? And is something bigger going on between the MLS top brass and the Inter Miami camp? Let's break this down like never before. The MLS All-Stars walked into this matchup with one thing on their minds: respect. Not just respect from fans, but from critics who believed that without Messi, the All-Star Game had lost its sparkle. Even the promotional campaigns leaned heavy on Messi's face, Messi's name, Messi's brand. And when the news dropped that Messi and Jordi Alba would not be participating, social media erupted. Fans called it disrespectful. Pundits debated whether the league should take disciplinary action. And as expected, both Messi and Alba now face potential suspensions for skipping the game. The timing of the decision sparked even more flames. Just days before the game, Inter Miami manager Javier Mascherano, a former teammate and close friend of Messi, stated openly that he didn't want Messi and Alba to play in the All-Star Game. That quote, "It didn't sit well with MLS leadership." But here's the real twist. It wasn't just a personal decision. Many insiders are now hinting that Messi's absence was part of a deeper conflict, a growing tension between Inter Miami's management and the league. Some reports even suggest that Inter Miami felt their players were being overused, stretched too thin for promotional gain, especially with Messi already carrying the weight of the club's ambitions. Meanwhile, the league, riding high on ticket sales and global attention thanks to Messi's name, expected him to fulfill these responsibilities. The clash? Pure football politics. And fans? Well, they were left divided. Some supported Messi, saying his age and recent minor knocks should be reason enough to sit this one out. Others felt betrayed, especially those who bought tickets just to catch a glimpse of the legend in action. But the drama didn't end there. With Messi out, everyone thought the game would be flat. But the MLS squad had other ideas. From the kickoff, the energy was electric. Every MLS player on that field knew this was their chance to shine. And shine they did. First, it was Sam Surridge who struck gold. With a calm and clinical finish, he opened the scoring and set the tone. The stadium erupted. This wasn't just a goal, it was a message. Ty Baribo followed soon after, catching the Liga MX defense off guard and slotting in a brilliant second. The chemistry was tight. The passes crisp. The hunger real. And then came Brian White, who sealed the deal with a powerful third, leaving the Liga MX defense in tatters. Liga MX, for their part, did pull one back. A moment of brilliance brought him a goal, but it was too little too late. Their rhythm was off. Their defense shaky. And it almost felt like the fire was missing, the same fire that once made this cross-league clash a rivalry worth fearing. But the question lingers, was this about tactics, or did Messi's absence psychologically tip the scales in MLS favor? Did the Liga MX side come in too confident, thinking the threat was gone with Messi off the team sheet? Whatever the reason, the scorecard doesn't lie. MLS 3, Liga MX 1. Dominance delivered without their marquee name. Yet the shadow of Messi loomed over every pass, every tackle, every goal. The cameras kept panning to his empty seat. The commentators couldn't avoid the topic. Messi's absence was both the elephant in the room and the fuel that drove the MLS players forward. This was their moment to prove they're not just side characters in the Messi show. And what a show they put on. Back to the controversy, what now? Well, if MLS enforces the suspension, Messi and Alba could miss Inter Miami's upcoming match against Cincinnati. That's no small game. Inter Miami are fighting for every point, and their chances without Messi on the field take a serious hit. Fans are furious, not at Messi, but at the league for potentially punishing a player who's already brought more attention and global viewership than the league has seen in years. And don't forget, Messi just returned from international duty. Should he really be expected to feature in every single marketing-friendly exhibition match? Meanwhile, another twist is developing. Reports are circulating that Rodrigo De Paul, Argentina's midfield warrior and Messi's brother-in-arms, is set to join Inter Miami on loan. If this happens, it would completely shift the narrative. Instead of a rift, Inter Miami would be building a brotherhood. Messi, Alba, Busquets, Suarez, and now De Paul. Is Inter Miami creating a second Barcelona or a secret Argentina reunion squad? That move would not only reinforce Inter's squad but signal to the league that the club is building power, not just relying on one player's magic. But it also raises another question. Is the league ready for this level of power concentration in one team? The reactions have been intense. Pundits are split. Some say Messi and Alba should face consequences. Rules are rules. Others argue that the MLS has to treat its global stars differently, not out of favoritism, but out of strategic thinking. After all, why risk injury in an exhibition game when you've got league matches and international commitments coming up? Even Mascherano's comments weren't careless, they were protective. He knows Messi. He knows what he's done for the game. And he knows what this burnout cycle can do to aging legs. Yet for all the noise, the core of this story remains on the pitch. 3 goals. 3 different scorers. 1 united MLS side. And all of this without their biggest name. That should tell you something about where this league is headed. MLS isn't just Messi anymore. It's a league growing in depth, growing in talent, and slowly earning respect the hard way, by showing up, shutting down critics, and winning when it matters. As the dust settles, fans are left with a mixed bag of emotions. The pride of victory. The pain of Messi's absence. The confusion over potential suspensions. And the excitement of seeing players like Surridge, Baribo, and White rise to the occasion. The real victory here. MLS proved that it doesn't need one man to put on a show, even if that man is the greatest to ever touch the ball. So what happens next? Will Messi be suspended? Will De Paul really join Inter Miami and form an Argentina dream team? Will the league double down or back off? One thing's for sure, the MLS isn't quiet anymore. The All-Star Game may have started as a Messi-scented spectacle, but it ended as a power-packed statement. And just like that, MLS proved it can roar, with or without its lion. Stay tuned, because the game isn't over, it's only just begun.